And we're back with another off-schedule session of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start with our usual introductory method, beginning with Blackheart as
Carrick Marsh,
Kronos as
RG Thal,
Hatan as
Tilda.
Marcus as
Corvus Aros.
Demi as
Gifton Bratran.
Vice as
Caspia P as Steelshod.
and you have me, Ali, as your friendly DM. Who would like to give the recap?
I can do it, or somebody else can do it.
I think I volunteered for it earlier this week, so I'll do it.
Take it away.
Last week-ish, a week and a half ago, everything went horribly, horribly wrong. After the argument resumed between Telde and much of the group, in which it was major philosophical debate and moral debate about whether Telde did the right thing and whether the party is doing the right thing and what should have really been done. RG got very angry at one point where it was mentioned that it was more important to save the souls rather than people in their current mortal existence, and ended up burning off all of her key. And in the end, Telde and RG both left the tavern. And as they were going away, suddenly there was big bright light and loud sounds and crashings and smashings, and for some reason I'm being inspired by Gurgi, so I will continue. It turns out that something happened with Raziel, who was now towering above. It looks like the keep was mostly destroyed, and giant waves of fire or energy
Radiance.
Okay, yeah, was going through the city, and some people were collapsing and convulsing. Other people luckily passed their saves. RG rushed to her family's home and unfortunately found that her grandfather was dead, and rushed to get her remaining family and everyone there out of the city. Telde rushed to the keep, but found it was destroyed, fully melted, and it appeared that there were no survivors there, especially not among the Warforged. Raziel had reached out and yelled that he needed permission from Denoran and disappeared from the night sky. Meanwhile, since a lot of this is simultaneous, the waves of radiance didn't quite hit the tavern because someone had a protective barrier up, and that's when the remaining members of the group who were there found out it was in fact Carrick's great grandmother, and that she was there to protect them. Yeah.
that's your grandmother.
It was decided that the members of the core group would rush to the docks, and so they started rushing there, and suddenly angels started arriving and destroying things and essentially telling everybody that now is the end times and nobody's really going to survive. And again, RG worked to get her family and people out, and ended up coming across Lady Gentle, who gave RG, I believe, a book and a bag of various stuff that would be helpful and important. But Lady Gentle decided to stay where she was to try and protect the things that are in her library or her stash, because it's too important for anybody else to get their hands on. RG also started rushing to the docks as the party generally was getting to the docks. Denoran's ship was explodified, and that was very unfortunate. Yep. And then they were getting surrounded by angels till they showed up, and till they RG and Carrick's great grandma decided to attack the angels as Corvus used his special knife to help the rest of the group escape. They all escaped to some snowy mountainous area. They weren't entirely sure what it was, and they were thinking about going back to try to save Carrick's grandma when Carrick's grandma decided now's a great time to just teleport the other two people away to her place. From there, she watched over Carrick, found that he was somewhat safe, and a message was sent to him by Talde. Informing him of such, she decided it would be best to rush over to him, even though she was in quite dire straits. And sadly, after getting there, and a very, very, very touching moment with Carrick, she sadly died. Party decided to go to Tarnstead and ended up meeting up with Raz. And Gifton ended up going into the hole and surviving, though she burned off a lot of her magic ability in the process, or at least that day's ability in the process. She did end up surviving, however, and Party sang a song to kind of try and help her. After that, Party went into the area. They were transported just outside of the area where Heya is being kept. Went inside, and as the Raziel was working to finally finish releasing Heya, they were confronted by a large group of angels. I believe the correct number is 9.
9.
Was it 10?
We had
Okay.
9, and then we
9, 10
killed
with
one,
Michael.
and then Michael killed one.
I couldn't
think.
remember if it was
It's
9
10 with
plus
Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was unsure. I couldn't remember exactly. But yeah, a group of angels representing each of the gods with Michael there. Appeals were made to Michael, who ended up walking away. We fought one of the angels, the angel of Amor, ended up killing them, which is really bad win rate for the Amor angels in this game.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
I'd like to point out we have killed just as many Hevos angels as we have killed the more angels.
Yes,
Just
More,
saying.
in fact, I
But
think.
we did that the same day.
But the
More.
number of Amor angels who've died in this game is higher than any other angel type, so...
No, we've killed 2 more angels and we've killed 2 Hevos angels. We're tied.
I think 3 Hevos
yes,
angels, in fact, if I'm recalling
Yeah,
correctly.
so yeah, we have killed 4 Hevos angels.
We are. Yeah, all right.
It's just unfortunate for the Amor angels because really,
They're so few in number.
They're actually just kind of nice people that help you cross over. They aren't really combatants.
But,
except the one that fucked his shit.
anyways, Michael came back, attacked another angel. Heya appeared to get freed as we were getting ready to fight more angels, and that's where we stopped. Also, maybe Raz is gone or about to expire. I was unclear on exactly.
He did fall down ish.
okay, very nice. Take your inspiration.
I see more angels like being scout leaders, troop leaders, Girl
That's a
Scouts, Boy Scouts.
very odd image. Okay.
They're just kind of nice and guideful.
They get a badge for each type of person that they
Yeah, they do.
Listen, you weren't that bad in life, but I need to get my badge for sending someone to hell, so...
Sorry.
That didn't make me realize that all the scale leaders we had really weren't.
It's really upsetting when there's a new Amor angel running around.
Here's my merit badge. Okay. So yes, where we had left off, Heya had just stepped from her chamber, Raziel had slumped to the ground, and there is a moment of hanging silence in the air.
I'm gonna rush over to Raz.
Raz seems to be slumped, just barely moving. You can see there are some sort of laboured breaths coming from him.
I'm gonna start doing lay on hands. I'm just gonna start pouring it into him.
Okay.
Corvus, get over here.
As you cast lay on hands, it feels weaker than usual, Gifton. Trying to find that reserve of divine energy within you, it's not coming as readily. And what is coming out, some of it flows into Raziel, but you see this sort of energy being seeped off into the chamber itself.
Corvus will shout back, standing in defense to the angels before him. Kind of busy right now, Gifton.
We gotta get him out of here.
Haya seems to regard you all, looking over Raz, for her eyes drift over to the angels.
Corvus?
You should leave. And you see the angels tense and start readying their weapons. Eric,
Yes.
you still got a barrier up?
Yes,
Yep.
they had not dispelled the last one.
Yep. Well, sorry, got a clear throat. You see Haya sort of slowly approaching the barrier before, with a little wave of her hand, it dissipates. And then with a wave in the other direction, so do the angels. You see their corporeal forms just sort of turning to ash. And it's not particularly showy or flashy. There's no great big flashes of light. They just seem to cease.
Corvus will sidestep around Hea and then turn heel and book it to Gifton.
Okay. You run over to Raz, joining Gifton, and
Roll him over. Don't have him face down.
I can't move him.
she is
I
tiny.
forget you're smaller.
Well, since they're gone, I'll help him move them.
Okay. Right, so you move over to Raz as well, get him onto his back, and you can see he is struggling to keep his eyes open.
No. I'm just gonna pour all of my lay on hands into him. All of it's going in right now.
Gifton, stop.
No.
You should leave. Get out of here now.
We're not leaving without you. Come on.
Bit late, I'm afraid.
No, it's not. I give you permission.
It's not gonna work. If I come out in this place, it's gonna start pulling on me, and I'm not gonna be able to get inside someone before. You saw what happened to Wyndon.
Then we'll carry you out. We'll carry you out, okay?
I'm not gonna be able to hold on that long either.
Well, they'll get out, and I'll stay here with you, and it won't matter because I wasn't fine in Wyndon.
Oh. And it sort of just reaches a hand for you, very gently brushing a finger against you.
Which you...
Corvus, Gifton.
Okay.
Corvus, you're trying to examine him.
Yeah.
His body is definitely degrading. There seems to be... It looks like a strange cross between a sore and a burn appearing in various spots along his form.
And it
is increasing.
Progressing.
It is progressing. But beyond that, you don't know what's wrong.
I'm gonna give a kind of a startled look at Hea because I kind of forgot she was there.
And she's actually looking over at you, and definitely seems to be a bit sad. And she starts moving over to you as well. And she sort of
burns.
leans down, and
You know,
Ointment.
Can I help him?
Please, can you?
I don't know how to.
His body is burning up from the inside.
His vessel can't hold him. He can't exist like this. Can you get him out? Can we get him away? Whatever is in here is just it's draining everything I have away.
This is my prison. I can't. The only way out is. And she points down the corridor where you walked for quite a ways.
Cass, Telte,
We're going.
Get him up
Cass
on his
is-
feet.
No.
Cass
No,
is-
carry
No.
him.
No, just go already.
Cass is hauling up Raz. Sorry. And she's going to fireman carry him out, and she's going to trot rather quickly.
As
That
you
is a
pick him
long
up,
way.
you I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Cass.
Okay. As soon as I can find my character sheet.
God, he's burning inside and out, isn't he?
Okay, Cass. He lays a hand on you, and your entire body suddenly stiffens and shudders and gives out momentarily. And as you lose grip of him, he stumbles back, keeping his footing for just a few moments before falling to his knees.
Raz, we want to help you, please.
No, you can help me by getting her out and making sure she's safe. How did this happen? Why is he not in his normal form?
Difficulties.
There goes and sort of leans down near him and goes, "Get me out of here yourself. Plans have changed. You don't leave now. I am going to have to snuff myself out."
Oh, please don't do that.
If I think you need to listen to him.
Fine.
Giving you what you need to get the job done.
Cassie, please protect Taya on the way out. Corvus, watch behind.
Go.
Miss Aya, please follow us.
She glances over here briefly, Carrick, before you see her actually wrap her arms around Raziel, giving him a tight squeeze, even burying her head in against his shoulder briefly. Before she gets up and starts to follow you along.
Gifton's gonna go over and hug her ass one more time.
And he sort of gives you a gentle pat on your back, Gifton.
I love you, brother. I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
I love you. It was such a joy knowing you.
And Gifton's gonna start following after everybody else.
Before I leave, RG's just giving a curt nod to Raziel, and then small salute, walks out.
Margie?
Hmm?
No, you have reservations about everything I've done, but above all else, make sure she's safe, please.
I will. We're way past the point any of the reservations matter.
And you see his shoulders just sort of droop a bit as he resigns himself to his fate. And you begin making your way back down the passageway. I'd like some an insight and a perception check from everybody, please.
Corvus is in the back. You still want that?
Insight, then perception.
It doesn't matter which way around, just I want both.
We should have done it in pairs, but okay.
It's gonna be one of those nights.
Okay. Anyone that has an insight of 25 or above, which I believe is just Carrick.
Yep.
You, as you're walking along, there is a brief, ever so brief sight twitch over at Haya's face. Looks like a moment of pain or despair, sadness, before it's gone again. And she just looks impassive. Perception checks. Anybody that has rolled a 20 plus, there is sound coming from up ahead. Very, very distant sounding. Echoing down through the corridors. Yes, they're old, except Gifton and Telday. It sounds like a strange language that some of you might recognize as Celestial. Commanded shouts too indistinct to really pick up what they're saying. But there are quite a few voices going back and forth.
Oh dear God, likely.
More fun.
The moment
I
we
can
are
tell what you're saying.
out of these corridors, I can see you to safety.
Take care of yourself. You're the most important thing right now.
What?
Carrick's gonna turn to Hea, and in Inoki go, he's gone, isn't he?
The seems a little surprised when you speak that. And she replies to you in actually rather broken Enochian. Not yet, but soon.
I'm sorry we couldn't save him.
What happened exactly?
He was forced out of his house, I'm guessing.
Oh, he was a careful man.
Yes, he was.
Who did that to him?
We don't know who directly did it. We were far away from the source.
It's my fault I didn't protect him good enough.
It was his own fault. He was careless and took risks.
Yeah, trusting us.
No.
Yeah. You can cut it any way you want, Telday. It's not my fault. You don't understand.
Right now is not the
Then what?
opportunity to talk. We have to deal with what is ahead of us.
We're obviously
can-
not going to work together if we continue to fight. So we need this out.
Carrick's just gonna walk away, keep walking with Hea. Leave Telday there.
Do what the angels do with their own problems after.
They gives Telday a sort of a little confused look as she keeps on going. Yeah, as she looks over at Telday, goes, I think that's not going to be working together. No one's budging.
Well, then I might as well go fight again. See if I can create a momentary distraction.
Telday?
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is where we are. I don't think you meant this to happen. I think, I didn't mean this to happen either.
As we're walking out of here, can Corvus take a quick appraisal of how everyone's doing physically?
Physically, people seem to be doing okay. Whether it's the sheer radiant energy that seemed to pass through that chamber when the angels were absorbed, healing people up just passively, or some other administration, people seem to be physically okay, although the wariness does show on the body from the mental wear.
I do not think that you meant to hurt me or any of us, and I would forgive you till day. I just wish we had found a different path. For your sake and mine.
As do I. But I saw no other.
Yeah, actually sort of let out a stressed laugh at that. You can see him running his fingers through his hairs. You sort of no other path and now everyone's fucked. There's some irony.
That's what people do when they're scared, right? They lash out, they make mistakes, and they soldier on because they have to make good on those mistakes.
I am still not convinced that this was not going to happen.
I think I need an explanation far more clearly. Been away from people for a long time, but I am not stupid. Who are you? How did you know him? And what happened?
May I ask generally how she appears to be directing that?
She seems to just be addressing it to the group. She hasn't turned the way she's facing or anything.
Okay, yeah, that was the main idea of how.
We are a group of survivors from Tarnstead, where Scrimhaeson attacked. We were necessary for unlocking the locks that kept you bound. We were the keys.
The one that's saying.
Yeah. I was expecting to die. It is very draining what happens down there. And I agreed to do it on my own volition. Raz needed lots of things for what was to come, and he needed to start a war to get people to get access to things, to get access. To try to track down what he could to arm everyone to try and stop what was coming, because he wanted to save the goddamn world. And I agreed to it, and I kept that from the rest of the party. And there was issues when it came out, because when you keep secrets and you do terrible things, people don't forgive you for what you do. And they moved to stop it the only way that they thought they could at the time, and that was turning myself and I believe Garrick and Raz in for what we did and who we were.
I did not turn Carrick in, nor did I turn you in as a conspirator.
You did not tell me what you did, so I could only guess.
I sought to avert death. Unnecessary, untold pain upon numerous, unpredictable mass amounts. I sought to hopefully save my people from betrayal, and most of all, I sought to do the right thing.
I just wish you...
I did. I told you. I asked you specifically,
asked me
what should
what-
we do about the injustice? You said, make
s-
up your mind, and
you-
I did.
I asked you what I said. We would have to. The
No,
group would have
you
to make the
said
decision.
I would have to make a
Enough.
decision,
No.
and the group would have to
Cass
make a
is turning
decision.
around and stomping. Enough, both of you.
And you could have called them all
That's-
to get.
I discussed, but time was of the essence.
Could
A
have called.
war was about to happen. Wars do not suddenly stop and wait for you to debate in a group
Wars can also
kindly.
start the next
Nor
day.
do we. Yes, they do. That is
They take-
exactly how wars begin. They
Tell
begin.
the only
heat
thing that I
of
asked is
anger.
why couldn't you have talked to him?
Why?
He trusted us with so
Because
much.
he'd already made the decision. He already started the war. It was already too late. You had told me just as much. He was for the plan. You were unable to give him an alternate option. So I sought another way to avert harm.
Because the world's black and white.
No.
Judging by you, it is.
Be- the path of death and destruction.
And what did it cause?
Whatever it cost is
what did it
whatever he
cause?
let it cost.
No, you're the one that went and
No,
said this.
he is the one who unleashed hell upon his city.
No, you released hell on his city. You outed him.
Is our city more important than the ones in Noran that would have been attacked?
Do we know anything? Do we know how long it would have taken?
It's a
would have been
war.
still-
We don't
It's
know
a war.
anything except
Is
that
our
he
city
didn't
more
survive
Please
our
important
stop.
than
rescue.
theirs?
Stop. Please stop.
If you want to know, I can tell you.
Oh,
I gifted him foresight. I have it even greater than he does.
I don't trust so-called foresight. How can you
Trust
prove it was
anything.
true? No. I'm not sure I should trust anything anymore. After what I've seen from all of you.
Tilde, I love you very much.
No, you don't.
I do.
You just think
But I
you
need
do.
to. I think it's important that I start to remember to love myself a little bit.
And so you should. It doesn't matter. But all of the decisions all of you made were for selfish reasons. For family. For yourself.
and yours was to save your people.
It
That is
was
just
to
selfish.
avert death. Yes,
you
my
said it was to
people
save
were
your
at
people.
risk as well.
And
But
now
so
it
was
all
the
ends.
entirety of Naran and Barast.
Yes.
But now everyone's dead. I mean, the war's not going to happen, but everyone in Noran is dead. Everyone in Barast is dead. Everyone on Ilan's continent is going. That they're slaughtering everyone now because he's been unmasked.
There are
So-
still a few possibilities, but at most this world has about 3 months.
Death is a constant.
3 months.
How you get to death is of your own steps. Sometimes it's quicker, sometimes it is longer. Seems we took the quicker option.
And there are 3 months to end this.
No, 3 months is the best case scenario.
Then what can you do? You who was the hope.
Now that all those other paths have been closed off, I can survive to the next cycle and try and do better.
Just like your kin.
This one's particularly unpleasant.
I can barely hear Allie.
Yeah, Allie cuts out every once in a while for me.
Yeah.
I think
This,
it's fine.
this one is particularly unpleasant. How old are you?
Evidently, both one and far older.
Then I will not judge you. Children do not know better. Is there a place you'd all like to spend your final days?
So that's it. Just given.
Say Island. Raz was gonna take us to. It's a bit north of the Brass continent. Near Sadur.
Where's the closest place people are fighting?
All over now.
Then I want to go there.
That's what you
If I'm
wish.
gonna die, I'm going down. I'm not gonna go and hide in the world.
I can see why he would have liked you then. Oh,
Where do you need to go?
I'll be going home. See if I can muster up some faith from some followers to try and delay this a little longer. I refuse to feed from those still in my heaven. I will not. I'm weak right now, but I will find something. I'm going home to
Cass's eyebrow
Sahar.
raises. 3 months. Best case scenario. And you need people to worship you to survive.
To survive or to find some other slim chance. If the path continues onwards, 3 months.
Cass is just kind of mulling something. I think it's time for a little publicity.
Publicity.
Yes. We need banners. And we need to show of force. We need to hit the angels in a way that is going to shock the populace and garner people to our side. And if possible, get people to switch their belief.
I do not
We
want
might
faith
not be
through
able to
fear.
say, or faith through hope.
I don't know what hope there is.
I just wish we could fix it.
And how would you fix it?
I
would
would
make a different decision. Not do the assassination war. That'd be the obvious route.
You think that would change things?
I mean, we wouldn't end up with the turn we did. No war, no turning him in, no regicide, no war. Right?
Makes sense to me.
More time to figure this all out before it all comes crashing down on our heads.
I mean, sure shit, we don't trigger the end of the world on Tuesday and have it end on Wednesday, though. Using the proper days, because Jesus.
Yeah.
I could. And she looks hesitant.
For what?
Could. And back. But I'm not convinced that my uncle won't be betrayed again. by those that think they know better.
Hey, Telda, if he's not going to start a war, do you have any reason to turn him in? If he hasn't killed the king at that point and started a war, do you have any reason to turn him in?
The war was the only problem.
The war will not be the only problem.
And stop choosing to kill people unnecessarily.
There's the problem, what you deem as necessary and unnecessary.
Sometimes ends justifies the means, Talday.
I don't think any one of you, nor I, nor him, are qualified to decide. Decisions must be made. It is a matter of trust and banding together on them. If not everyone's on the same page, then you're opposing forces, and I must choose who to assist. And I chose him a long time ago. Why should I send you back, rather than one of my own faithful that I can find that I can trust?
Why don't you?
That is my question.
Is Scrim Hyacinth one of your faithful?
Jim Hyacinth is one that I tried to save and took things to an extreme.
An excellent judge of character, then.
The cavern actually seems to rumble deeply as you see her taking a deep breath. And for a moment, the shadows grow dimmer, darker in here.
Miss Aya.
Yes.
We messed this up. We need to fix it. We need to save him.
Want to save him?
We need to save this world. He trusts us. He brought us here to you because he trusts us. We will have to do better decisions in the future. And we'll have to work together. But this is our world.
And you, little one, you loved him?
He's my brother. I mean, not in the traditional sense, but
This is what you are, I understand. What about you, the amalgamation? What did you think of him? She says, looking at you, Cass.
Cass goes, amalgamation.
that's a big
Angel
word.
Mortal.
Big what, Cass?
Angel, mortal, human, horse.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, you are human influence, you are Fey influence, you are horse, you are Nephilim, you are an amalgamation.
What is that? Tailor, Tinker,
Soldier, Spy?
It sounded like
Yeah, it's a really weird take on it.
Cass's. I was working with Raziel, not because I liked him, not because I trusted him, but because he had the best plan of action for what was happening. I have trust issues with him due to extenuating circumstances that were being worked through. Is Michael still around? Or has Michael vanished?
Michael was amongst
I think
those that were
Michael got-
dissipated.
Oh.
Oh,
She got poof.
Cassie's mother was the angel that was fighting on the other side of the group to help us.
I'm sorry, child.
We didn't see eye to eye.
No,
And she was affecting me with her distrust of Raziel.
family is very important, and I am sorry.
this entire situation has cost my entire family. And right now, the only family I have left is she looks around the room. Are these folks? And I will kill anyone and everyone who tries to hurt them. And if that means I have to rip the head off a god, I'm going to try and rip that head off that god.
Present company excluded, hopefully.
And what about you? The one that seems so empty. And she actually says that with a look of concern as she regards you, RG.
Complicated. I can see the need for some of the decisions, but I can't abide actively deciding, yes, I'm going to kill people to get my point. I couldn't abide it.
But would you have done what this one did? And she gestures at Telde.
To be perfectly honest, I wish I had. I can't condone making the decision. If it happens because of the decision and it's just that's what happens, then fine, that's something out of someone's control. But if it's you make the active decision to kill that person, the active decision to sign that thing that kills people, I can't abide that. And if you have to leave me behind and take them instead, then I agree with that.
What a strange mix of selfless and... Oh. And what about you? And she looks at you, Corvus. The one that reeks of the grave.
Corvus.
I'm trying to. What about me?
Would you follow him? Would you continue to? Would you turn on him? Would you change things and then stab him in the back when some other issue comes up that you don't agree with?
I don't appreciate things that meddle in other persons' lives and fates. Though he had an idea and a plan, and that plan was to save all of this at the expense of lives. That was fine by me. I was to follow that. My personal endeavors are my own, and sometimes I didn't see eye to eye with him, but I would not betray him. I just don't like those who meddle, those who scheme for the sake, not the sake, the toying of others.
What about you, kin of my strange aunt? Is it looking at you, Carrick?
I was the one that started distrusting him until I met him. He has been honest. He has been honest. He hasn't given us all the information, at least to me. But, like, in the case of what happened, he couldn't have told us. Would I betray him? No, he has proven to me that, while not always making the best decisions, he is honorable and honest.
I didn't trust him the first time I saw him either. He came down here and, well, strange angel approaches your gate. Reason enough to be scared.
For us, I thought he had actively directed someone to assist the Goliaths that destroyed our city, our town.
You're talking of Scrim again.
Kind of. Scrim wasn't there in the second attack. They attacked another town we were in.
I see.
He had such sad eyes.
But due to my, at that point recently discovered ability to speak your language, I was able to speak with one of his cherubs, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
deal.
found out where he was, and I did not want to go, but Gifton and others decide otherwise, and in a long talk with him, discovered just because he was the one that gave the power, he was not the one that directed how it was used and for what. We later dealt with the person who was assisting the Goliaths with that attack at the cost of us another town.
And I would ask you, she says, looking at you, Telday, that you have made your feelings on him clear.
I believe he wanted to do the right thing. I just could not accept throwing away lives like that.
I think that's very commendable. But this is the end result. And I don't know if I can in good conscience send you.
And so be it.
But I can send you somewhere else. Is there somewhere you'd like to be?
What happens to this world where we are now?
Right now, the life will be wiped from it, and then the gods themselves will come down and start stripping away what there is and restructuring. And then they will start resealing the building blocks of life.
Good.
When you send them, if you send them, or whoever you send, what happens? Does it continue?
No, it will cease. There is but one time. One path. Once it's set by me, that's all there will be. You and I will end if you stay.
And I
And
might as well go do some good somewhere.
you want to go back with them?
If that's where I can do the most good.
From my point of view, it's also where you could do the most damage.
Telday,
Yes.
if you go back with us, could you, instead of, I know it's a very different view you have than us, go more in depth on what you plan on doing, because different viewpoints can bring up things that aren't thought of.
I do not fully understand what you're asking.
Well, judging, well, I get it sounds like you did tell Corvus what you were going to do, but Gifton
And me.
did not.
I didn't understand, and that is my failing, not Valdez.
He did not tell you he was gonna go do this, though. And
I, would
I
do it
knew
the
that
exact
I
same
should
time
have
as you,
realized-
or
not
else.
you, RG.
I didn't realize how upset he was, and that is on me, not on him. I would not hold him at fault. My fault. Hey, if we aren't going back, could you send me? There's a place called Southwest Time. It's near the Fae. I could try to evacuate people into the Fae. I don't think the gods can get in there, or they won't go in there. I could just,
They won't go
I could
in
just
there,
hide
but
people.
once the natural world has been brought to a halt, the world will follow. It would give them a little more time.
Mm-hmm. I can get them in at least.
But I need
At least
to
they wouldn't be
decide
hunted.
if you are the ones or not. Or whether I'm going to do this at all, because this will damage me forever.
How badly?
I will be lesser, I will be far more diminished, and I will not be able to... If I regain power, I can, in the next world, protect people far more readily. I can be a wall between the gods and them. The Brez won't be there. I don't know. I don't know how to stop them without him. I don't want to spend a life in constant conflict because that will have effects on the world. I don't care how it ends, whether it's violence or peace, but it has to end. I don't want to see my followers suffer. I don't want to see their followers suffer.
Out of character, real quick, we were told the reason they keep wiping the world, right?
Yeah. Because they're keeping the dreamer away.
Mm-hmm. Then Barges and go, why not change her as a target from the gods? If we go back,
What?
take away the reason. If we figure out a way to
He
take
said
away
if
the
I
reason
lived, we could
do
do
shit.
that, but I didn't bring it up.
you live,
because
we know you can next time.
It really hurt.
But you lived, Gifton.
You were already quite diminished.
You are talking about the dreamer, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't so much call it a target as I don't think any of us have any hope of hurting
No, we don't
that.
fight it. I would just reason with it. We try to figure out what it actually wants. Maybe we can appease it or something. I don't know, but just I brought that up in the first meeting because I don't want to kill the gods. I don't want to kill gods and angels and everybody else.
And did he listen to you?
He wanted to, but he said he said if I lived through this, then he'd look at it and we'd look at doing it, but he couldn't.
There was also
And then-
why we didn't bring up.
Because he brought me and Carrick in and he wanted us to be his conscience and he wanted us to try and help him find another way than doing the war because he didn't want to do the war. I told you guys he didn't want to do the war
But he did.
because I had no other options. How do you sit there and be somebody who's going to die and know that anything that you say isn't a guarantee and you're asking people to just believe in hope, okay? Hope. I'm supposed to make people hope. Everybody's like, you know what? Your hope is this great, wonderful thing that I know nothing about, okay? And I'm supposed
Not
to
hope.
be light,
What you've
and I'm supposed to
done.
be hope, and I'm supposed to do this thing that he. And I just fail, okay? And I sat there thinking a million things that I would have wanted to do instead of that war, but I was scared. I was scared because you know what? I don't want this world to end. I don't want this world to end and all the souls to go away and everything to just get wiped away over and over again. I didn't want Heya to stay trapped. I didn't want to fail. And it was the terrible option and the easy option, and I took it, okay?
Then if we go back, we take the harder one.
He will listen to you if you press. I know he seems set in his ways, but he is looking for a way out.
He was, and I let him down. This is all my fault.
We both did.
I think there are a lot of faults here. I don't think any one of you or any one of us can claim full responsibility for any of this. I think I've created has hurt you. Why not say that's the start of the chain of offense?
She didn't know what he'd do.
Ignorance is no excuse for anything. There's also no sense in blaming yourself repeatedly.
I agree with that.
I would do anything to undo this.
If you send them back, what can they do?
They can talk to him. They can very firmly assist on a new plan. If that's the path you think is best. And I'm sure he will listen. None of this will happen.
I know
and
a lot of things now that we didn't know. Maybe we can get Corvus's eyes, and we just have to work a little harder. We'll just... I think I can cleanse the Fae. That would give us a bunch of heart angels on our side. That would help, right? Maybe.
and
I wonder if they could move us through the Fae to get places, because that was his big thing, was getting.
Well, we
places.
can get Corvus's weird stick power to work.
I don't like it in there.
I know it feels bad, but
It talks to me.
I know it talks to you, and there's that, and then we could.
it talks to you?
Yes. I'm guessing you know of what motion to Corvus he can do with that blade of his. When we're in there, something speaks to me, and I understand it.
The ones that go
also-
there they don't have minds anymore. If you're hearing something in there,
They can answer questions.
do you know what the dreamer is exactly? How much did Raz tell you?
That it made the gods, and the gods are scared of it. That's about what we know.
I've tried to find more, but
And that when an angel dies, they get ripped away from their god, and they end up in the empty.
Even with our natural state of thinking, the dreamer is a hard thing to comprehend. We're thinking of it as a single entity, but it's more than that. It's a force. It's a state of reality. It's everything. It's many
it's
things
of course not a being.
in a way, but it's a force that thinks, and it thinks in many different ways all at once. And what you interact with in there it's not totally accurate, but it'd be like talking to somebody's subconscious. Which is lucky in some ways. It's easier to communicate with than the whole being. I think that's an impossibility.
So that's why would it direct us to safety?
You were, at that time, still working with Raz to stop the gods from
That was our trip going to.
We were escaping the
lock.
assault
I
with
see.
Raz in tow.
In that case, perhaps it wants to help, genuinely. I'm sure
Didn't you
it's
say it was
tired
taking
of,
us to safety? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's
You
tired
told
of
me
the
everything
resets of being shut out. Whether that's a good thing or not is hard to say.
I mean,
thank
it's a risk, right? Everything's a risk at this point.
But the scariest thing is we don't know exactly what it wants, me less so than the others. There's
been times where it's tried to come out after I leave.
that might be it, or it might just be one of my dead brothers and sisters. And she suddenly looks pained, looking back down the corridor.
What do you mean? You're what?
It's where they go to die.
Angels trying to come.
They are the children of
she's
the
a-
gods, as I am.
Oh,
No, it's not really a good comparison, but it's how I think of them. My mothers and fathers and my brothers and sisters, the rest my uncles and aunts, and
I get it.
Big happy family.
when I was first a long time ago, many of them would watch me teach me.
But they failed you.
Eventually,
Raz was helping me.
Howdy.
Yes.
It's a risk sending you back, but it's also a risk leaving a you there that does not know what the others do. You could accidentally cause some issue. Understand what I mean?
Very much so.
If I send you back and you fix all of this, and then there comes a time where you decide that you want to do this again, not the same scenario, but you want to go behind his back or their backs, that very first time, I beg you to just walk away.
I can make no promise, except that I will try to do what is right.
She lets a sad sigh and closes her eyes. What would the rest of you have me do? Does he stay or does he go? Ah, fuck.
Oh, if he goes, there could be trouble. But if
God.
he stays, it could be double.
Can we throw Gifted back in the cave?
It's my fault. It's my fault.
Hey, go back to your room.
Everybody secure your Casbahs in case he goes anywhere.
Wow, rock the Casbah.
Like you said, if we go back without him, or if they go back without him, you could end up with one who just makes the exact same decision because he doesn't have any new information.
Up until this point, I'll be honest, as different thinking as he is to us before this, I've not had any issues with Telday, and I need to temper what has happened to my family. So
Until they at least ask you to remember that the rash turn was this. whether averting things was right or not.
I will endeavor to avoid any harm that is unnecessary.
You must endeavour to remember that unnecessary harm can come about through good deeds.
Yes, it can. I can only try.
Okay. Then I need you all to stay safe for a bit. As much as
All right.
some of you have requested to go and fight, I need you to stay safe. Because I don't have it in me to do it right now. I need to find my followers.
Would it help if we pray to you?
Only if you actually believe in me.
I think I have. I thought I did every time.
Worship isn't just praying and saying, "Oh, I trust you," or it's love.
No.
It's devotion. And I doubt any of you know me well enough to give that. But if you do, it does help.
Out of character, Gibson did sing with a lot of love for her, but
Mhm.
yeah.
Then where is a safe place that we can all go?
Yes, island you mentioned.
Yeah, near Sadr.
I know the one of what you speak.
It's the place Raz wanted main character to take everybody someday, but he didn't want to go there himself because it made him sad.
I was taken there as a child.
It was probably something of Lawless Hills, because that always makes him sad.
Yeah. You delve beneath the island, you'll find some things that the gods... I don't know whether they left it by mistake or just couldn't bring themselves to erase everything. But it will be a place of safety. I still love her enough to leave that to last, I think.
I will go there.
I will
Guess that's the
also.
best thing for us.
Are you all agreed on that?
Klopp, you coming?
Klopp has been very, very still and very, very silent. In fact, it feels like Klopp has been trying to press himself into the walls and shadows. And when you address him, he actually looks over at him. And you see, probably for the first time since you've all started talking, a small smile creep on her face. It's a slight upturn.
Mm-hmm.
You have one of my children.
He's the best horse ever.
Horse?
He wanted to be a horse.
And you actually see her sort of walk over to him. And Klopp's movement, you've all known him well enough to see that sort of quiver that's not quite anticipation, rage, or anything, it's excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And she just sort of reaches up and pets part of the mass that is Klopp. Is that true? You want to be a horse? And Klopp just sort of undulates a bit. Oh, that's very sweet. He seems to like you all very much.
It was.
He's pretty great.
Oh, really? Carrots? Apples? I imagine they're very nice.
He eats a lot of bacon too.
He does like bacon.
Chicken.
They do seem to feed you a lot. Okay. Yes.
What's that conversation?
Top's going to watch over you as well.
Don't forget, he likes Griffin.
I don't think he liked the Griffin until after he was dead.
He wants to go with you.
I think we would all like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay then, once we reach the exit, I will send you on your way.
Hey, I'm sorry you came out to this.
It's not the exit I was expecting.
Maybe we can do better on the next go through.
Certainly hope so.
Should be better.
We were expecting it to be a lot more quiet.
Will you remember?
I will remember, yes.
I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna get annoying.
What?
Hopefully,
Resetting everything, and she's just sitting there again, waiting for us.
Oh,
Not
if
to
we
screw
go
up.
back, we have to make sure we do everything again, right?
Yes.
It'll be easy enough. There is a course of fate in this world that tries to guide things, and it grows stronger on occurrences like this. Okay, Cass. You will find yourself urged along the same paths, but you will be able to break when you need.
Will he remember?
Oh. You won't.
Probably for the best.
Griffin frowns.
Wise to keep this hidden from him
I think
as best we can.
hiding things is not.
Part of the problem.
Be honest
Just
with him.
asking.
I will be honest with him.
I was likely going to mention that we did screw up, but for everyone else's sake.
As I think he would be a little confused when he sees me if you didn't inform him.
Hmm. So did we tell him these specifics or just the broad strokes?
Whatever you feel is best. I won't be there to judge what is happening. Can't say. And I won't be able to see the many paths that'll branch until I'm back in that moment.
Hmm.
He was right about you.
What do you mean?
He said you were really nice.
Want to be?
That's what matters. I'm gonna pat Dingus. Oh, well, come on, boy. We're gonna go spend some time on an island.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
And Dingus just sort of noses at you a bit.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna hug him.
And you've been walking all this time, talking, and after another good hour or so, retracing your path back through those strange fungi.
Mask is on.
Yeah, mask goes on. Although when you put your mask on, you actually see Hare's just sort of brushing her hand back and forth, and the path actually seems to clear. Spores just spreading aside.
He likes his mask.
Yeah.
Eric is perfectly happy with this. He doesn't want to put.
I don't want to put the weird thing back on. The bit of cloth. I'm fine.
And eventually, you start to see the opening of that passage back out into the great expanse of that strange water-flowing pit. And as you step out, you can hear the beats of so many wings. As looking up, quite visible below the mist and more going up through the mist itself. A host of angels, many of them armed with bows and other divine weaponry.
Curiosity,
Mhm.
because I've been thinking about this. Has there been any Morgani angels in all this?
Yes, in fact, one of them was in the group that's
group that got
in front of you,
evaporated.
and
Do Morgani
was
angels look different?
yes, she the Morgani angel actually had. I think you've seen in scripture as the traditional fallen angel imagery. strange scaled wings, much more like your own.
Okay.
And even now, amongst the hosts in the sky, you can see a few of those scattered about.
They don't just look like dragons.
I am, when we see all those angels and everything's kind of like right there in front of us, I am going to start to sing and empower us with some extra stuff real quick, because hell yeah. I don't know any better.
Okay, and
It's kind of a move quickly option here.
yeah, very good, because as you start to sing, you hear Haya say, "To the center, quickly."
Yep.
And
I'm hitting everybody in the group and the mounts and everybody,
Yep.
so.
And is everybody going to head to the center of this great big
Sure.
hole?
Why not? She told me to. Doing it.
As I go past her, I'm gonna go. Stay safe till we meet again.
It's not going past her, actually, as she's actually running with you, which, seeing a god run is a thing. not exactly a common
Yeah,
imagery in scripture.
I am hitting her with my guiding song to speed her up, by the way.
Yeah,
Her form's a little off.
and
Actually, as we're running, she's small, right? Childlike.
no, she is in fact adult. She is quite tall. She's nearly about 6 foot.
Okay, if she was childlike, I was going to say scoop child up and keep going.
Yeah, she's child by God standards.
Yes.
It's also, yeah, she probably weighs several mountains.
Small
worth of
neutron
stone.
star.
Probably as much or as little as she wants, so she just want to be picked up. It's not gonna be.
Can she make herself an immovable object and move herself with an unstoppable force? Maybe, if she gets enough
Maybe
prayer.
that's something we're gonna. Yeah.
And
Not
then
that we're
you
gonna be
create a
looking to test right now.
singularity and
Yeah.
black hole and everything gets eaten.
Okay, as you all start running, I would like you all to make me dexterity saving throws, as there is suddenly a cacophony of arrows and energy and such raining down around you.
All right. Here is the unfortunate thing. I am still 2 levels of
I hit
exhausted.
Dex instead of the thing. That's. Yeah. There we go. That's better.
I am still 2 levels of exhausted, so I believe I have this is on ability check. That would be
Save
safe.
is not an ability check. Yep.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I had to check the same thing. 'cause I saw
Also,
one-
everyone within range of me, remember +3 to your roll.
Stay clustered. As I always tell you when you're being assailed by explosions, stay clustered.
Yeah, right. If succeeds, negate all damage because of light armor master.
I
Okay.
mean, you also have evasion too.
Don't
say-
care.
What's the evasion?
No, I think that was Care, because Care just got a 9.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, evasion. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I was just
Even
saying.
with 3, I'm still only at 14. Jeez.
'Cause I also have evasion now, so
Well, Sam gave us +3, so I'm at 17.
I
Oh, yeah,
included
so-
Sam's +3 in mine.
Okay. Those of you that have passed
17.
a 20 plus DC,
Yeah.
you can halve this.
So
No
then
damage.
evasion mean nothing, right?
No, evasion will count.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
you take no damage
Yep.
then. Okay.
Oh.
I think I take half with evasion. I think that's right.
Evasion.
Everyone.
What's your 14? Yes, you take half.
Yeah.
17. Yes, half.
All right, I took 15 points of damage.
Okay. Right. Yes.
Also, does this count as magic spell damage? Because that gets reduced your base.
Some of it. I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys take another 5 points away.
Yay!
Can I gain 5 hit points from that?
I mean, yes.
No.
Cool. From full HP to full HP.
Right. Yes. As you start running forward towards the center of the cavern, there are holy bolts of fire rain down around you. Energy blasts that are causing quite the explosions. You actually see Gifton Care get tossed from his feet as he's running, although he sort of quickly scrambles back up, bloody and dirty, and keeps running.
I'm gonna pull him close.
Okay.
While we're running.
Yep. Need little short stuffs.
Mhm.
I imagine you guys
right
might be
now.
using the pseudos.
Yeah, we're using the pseudos.
You
Because
hop
we
on
don't
up.
have our rings.
Yep.
Yeah.
How far away are the angels?
Which ones? I mean, there are some that are about 30 feet up. There are others that are, well, in fact, they basically just go out of sight after a certain point.
I'm returning fire.
Many.
Okay.
I am tossing a lightning bolt back at them.
Right, go ahead.
If I can find my lightning bolt.
Can I say, because the spell's called Feather Fall, it makes their feathers fall out? Totally
Yeah.
work that way.
Guess you send a surge of lightning up, and you see some of this heavenly host closer to the ground actually just sort of hold their hands out in unison, and there is a flare of divine energy that just seems to dissipate your lightning.
I am going to cast.
Cass is going to slow down for a second and just scream up at them. That's not fair.
That's cheating.
I am
and
casting.
through the lightning, a little arrow.
Okay. And what are you doing, Gifton?
It's at 30 feet, so it's not a disadvantage.
Am I the only one on roll 20?
No, it's having connection issues right now.
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see you roll,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you roll just
I saw you roll.
right now. I can
Yeah.
see me and Cass and nobody else.
Yeah, you see me and Cass.
me.
Yeah, I see me and
Also.
Cass. I'm just going to refresh, see if that helps.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
What is it you wanted to do, Gifton?
Well, I'll only probably get to do this the one time, but after we started running forward, Gifton is at when she pulls Care up, gets him going again, is casting Beacon of Hope.
Very nice.
And I'm gonna have that on concentration, so any heals I cast now are maximized.
Okay. Right. Everyone,
And
everyone gets an action if they so wish.
Okay, so I rolled when it had disconnecting issues.
Yeah, I don't
and
see it.
Got it. Okay. It was a 27.
Okay. Yeah, you see this. You see the arrow hit wings, fluttering wings, but that is such a mass that it's hard to tell if it's actually hurt much.
Yeah.
You know.
Just a gnat.
Let's
I did
follow
that.
Cass's idea.
basically, I'm targeting everybody in the group. Anybody in the group after my flare of Beacon of Hope goes off, if they are hit with any kind of healing, they have they will get maximized heals, and they're also advantage on Wisdom and Death saving throws right now. So I'm hitting everybody with that. That's what I was saying.
There we go. If anything came up in mine, I apologize. Character sheet froze. I'm following Cass's idea.
Swing for the fence.
Nope. Yeah, basically breath weapon.
Okay, right. Yep, you spray your weapon, breath weapon, up at the host as well, and again, you see these angels sort of like seeming dedicated to establishing this line of defense. Your acid sort of spraying against this shield and sizzling.
Yep. I figured.
And as you all keep moving, I will need one more dexterity saving throw from everybody. Cass,
Yes.
I need you to do yours at disadvantage as you get focused.
Only her.
Only her. She was the
May-
first to sort of open up like that. It got the attention straight away.
I would like to declare a rage.
Okay.
Please.
Okay.
Because you're savage. I get what
I do have danger sense, so the second they're like all looking at me, it's like yeep.
Okay. Right.
Okay, dexterity disadvantage.
Okay. Right. Again, 20 plus half of 24.
Nothing.
Okay, I have to do a Constitution saving throw to see if I keep my spell.
Mhm.
I keep it.
Nice.
And also, anyone who's within 10 feet of me has resistance to lightning. So if any one of them are throwing lightning bolts down,
I'm afraid it's all radiant.
Radiant.
ugh.
By the way, is that 24 also counting the reduction from Gifton?
Yeah, in fact, I will allow 4 points of reduction on that one.
Cool.
All right. And And I think at this point, I'll get to be the one that gets shot out of the saddle this time.
Yeah. So those that have gone particularly hurt, you do get tossed about. You're all able to sort of regain your footing, but it's loud, it's cacophonous. There is rock and dirt being blown up around you. As you all get enough action. Did you like to spend it on?
Healing Talday.
Okay, so well,
No, focus on somebody else.
It's really tempting. Sorry.
You want to acid spray again?
Well, I figured it's actually a turn. I figured I'd come up to see if it came up again.
How did Care fare on that last one?
Oh yeah, that's right. Let me see what happens to the Care boy. Care is going to roll his dex save. And Care will take 24 points of damage. He is looking very beaten up. He takes a sort of flash of energy while flying on Dazzle. And you actually see him sort of spit out blood briefly. And he's wavering, but he is conscious.
Alright, I am spending my action on healing Care. So I will do a high level healing word because I don't want to try to go over to him. Because that would probably be bad right now. All right, so probably those would be taken up. So I'm assuming I have hit points on the dragons right now because I just assume I have that cast. So I'll do a high level healing word of level 3. This is maximized, so it's max dice. So he would get 8, 12, 8, 12.
It's
Tough.
Yeah.
Arrows.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you see a few of those cuts and such start to reform on him, healing up.
Arju's just going to whip a dart and just yell at Seek, pointing at one of them ass. Because screw it, it's what you can do.
Okay.
Doubt it's going to hit, but worth a try.
Right.
I don't know if I can miss in that size of a thing.
Yeah, basically, it will find the target. There isn't not much way for most of these to dodge, and
So focus on someone else. It's better.
I think we're really the only ones who've taken.
Yeah, Corvus is running up and using this cane to brace against Talday. He is going to perform healing upon machine.
Healing on machine.
Using the cane to maybe push one of his metal plates back into alignment so he moves better. And that's using his doctor's mark, his only one that he ever got.
Oh.
Hey, you never did that thing with it in the case, did you?
I hid one thing with it in the case, and it's been sitting.
At least it's doing
What was that?
At least
Was
it's
that
doing
like
max.
when you first got it.
All right.
okay.
Yes, that is maximized already.
Alright, anyone else got actions they want to be doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Yes.
Go ahead, not Corvus. Carrot.
Can I
wanna do yours
Can I throw a bonus action?
Cass is going to pitch a javelin at them.
Okay. Yeah.
You have 20. You pitch them all.
I mean,
I have an a action, so can I pitch 2 of them since it's one thing? Okay,
Try that on Heya.
Cass is throwing 2 of them at 2 completely different directions. Let them catch these. And Cass is going
Oh, actually, wait. Yeah.
iterate the command words when she throws them. So the first one, that's a miss, more than likely.
Oh, yeah, if we could.
No, it
for...
essentially hits the crowd.
You're going to get a space.
Not much room to miss right now.
Okay.
Fish and barrel.
Well, whoever gets hit gets 5, and everyone in the line gets 17.
If they fail. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll for like the 50 odd angels. This will probably course through. So, yeah, you do see your javelin actually, and this is a note. The physical things do seem to be going through that shield.
And then the second one, 21. Okay, so those are my 2 throws. Those 2 are gone forever.
Let's see them target us through a wall.
Nice. Obscure us.
And
Yep.
if we were able to, and I'm gonna pitch a second second dart, but just use the same damage because it's healing. It ain't much to begin with.
Okay,
Just save some on rolls.
I'm
Yeah.
basically making a technically I guess it actually worked this way. Opaque from the side they're seeing. We can still see through it. It's an illusion. Basically floating wall above us.
Yes, target the floating wall, everyone.
Basically I'm making it
Make it look like the ground.
obscure.
15 foot
Obscure.
Yeah.
wall up there, basically to make it hard.
It makes it so you can't pick out targets.
Is it basically a big image of Carrick flipping the bird?
No.
One of the many various rude gestures you see in RG do.
Do a one of those moving images you get in a book. Just really sort of throw them off a bit.
A bunch of dots.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of dots.
Oh god.
Can you see the number in this?
Okay. Right. With your next movement, you actually reach the center of the cavern, and you see Haya kneel down and actually shove her hand straight into the rock.
Rock had it coming.
Yep. And she looks up at you and goes, "A moment, defenses if you have them."
And I've got
The
my
wall 60 feet.
Yep.
got my stuff up as much as I can. I
Okay.
look over at Care and I'm like, "You okay?"
I'll survive. Hang on. And how much damage have you taken, Gifton?
Some pain. I'm at about 30 down.
Okay, and he actually reaches out and he is going to cast Cure Wounds on you.
Mm-hmm.
At spells, you are. Reach out and touch faith.
Okay, so that would be. Okay. All right, I'll add that in.
Okay. And you can hear the rock beneath you actually starting to rumble as it feels like there's stuff shifting beneath it.
RG's basically taking up defensive position to be basically between Haya and that thing, and basically starts trying to catch.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay. Right. In that
Base.
case, I want another dex saving throw at advantage this time because of Carrick's sort of obscuring thing.
Good thing I had advantage.
Nice.
Good thing I had advantage. Come on, Care.
Okay.
Remember everybody +3.
Remember your +3s.
I
Hey,
put it on my
I like how there's more people getting the +3s on their things now.
I think that's most people. +3, that's 20. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
by a
Everyone's
pass.
completed.
Yeah.
Everybody takes half.
Standing still
Everybody
is the
take
best.
half of. Everybody take half of 24.
Angels, they can only see movement.
Oh god, they're T-Rexes.
Ow.
All right.
Wasn't that feuded in Lost World?
And I still have to do another one
In
of
reality, God only knows what actually works. It's kind of hard to tell. When you're
these.
dead.
So I got hit again.
Remember,
Okay, I keep
yeah,
it.
you're fine. Remember, reality says dinosaurs mooed.
What? Sorry, what?
Nothing.
Hey. I may be a geologist, but that's pushing it.
And
I mean, technically, there's nothing saying they didn't.
yeah,
either.
it's just one of the many theories. Like, oh, they could have.
Yeah. They could have.
Someone get Alan Grant to blow into some small thing.
I mean, honestly, I don't know the hadrosaurs because they were called the
They in
cows.
fact all talk like surfers. Just hey.
Right. Well, a few stray bolts and such managed to find their way, and it's mostly the impact of stone and such from the ground splashing up thanks to these radiant blasts that hurt you. Does seem Carrick's obscuring ball has worked for a moment. And the ground beneath you continues to rumble as up around the group you see tentacles starting to erupt from the ground, seemingly carving out rock around you and slowly sort of curling their way up as if to make a dome.
I don't know if I feel safe.
Yeah, can we leave the middle of the circle now?
You can leave the middle of the circle if you
We're
want to.
safer in here. No matter what's going on in here, we're safer in here than
I'm just mentally assuming to myself, it's just a wall. It's just a wall. Don't think about how the wall's moving. It's just a big wall.
A big, shiny, slick. Oh god, I don't like it.
Corvus
Our girlfriend has a tail. She's into it.
Corvus kneels down, grabs Skipton's head. Look at it.
Can we leave him behind?
Yeah. You do hear Dingus and Dazzle letting out very worried meeps about this.
I'm gonna start petting them. It's okay. It's okay. It's just bigger clop. Just much bigger clop. Okay.
I'm glad I wasn't doing
That's
that line.
not better.
What are you talking about? I think the world of clop now.
Who was the one that was inside Clop? Was that Gifted?
No, that was your dog.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And as these tentacles start to form up around you, there is a sudden fluttering of wings, and there is a loud impact of metal on metal. As you all see Telday being flung out of this protective circle, and the form of a large spear lodged firmly through his abdomen. As a angel sprouting 4 wings, glowing with divine light, carries him out on its weapon.
Telday!
And as the dome of tentacles slowly come to shut behind around you guys, you see this angel stand, looking back at all of you with real disdain in its eyes, hatred. And its mouth moves. But it's hard to hear what it's saying above this shifting mass around you.
If only I took that feat.
Lip reading feet.
Yeah.
Can I roll a perception to see if I can read its lips?
Anyone can roll a perception if they want. I'd say it's more of an insight, though.
Insight? That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I am perfectly fine with that one. Does a 30 work?
Corvus is just going to hold his 0.
I have
Just
the
Mass
sit
rolls.
back.
I have the empathy feat, and it gives me all sorts of weird shit.
Mhm.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see.
hit it, and then I'm also gonna roll empathic. Yeah, but I'm gonna roll my insight.
Okay.
That's your expertise thing.
I might know what he is.
Hey, Sam!
Wow. Okay. Wasn't planning on giving anybody this, but here we go. Sam?
Hmm?
Private?
No private.
Oh.
Although, yeah, that'll be fun. Carrick and Sam, you're coming with me for a second.
What? No,
I'm gonna
I'm not
give the group options to see if they want to keep secrets from each other.
Oh.
Has anyone learned a lesson? All right, whispers.
Thank you for bringing me down here. Where it was.
What it seems to be saying, and Gifton, you get a lot more from this. You get the how this feels far more personal.
Mm-hmm.
There is actual hatred here, not just for cleansing the mortal races, but directed at all of you. And he seems to be just saying, almost to himself, it's not like he's trying to make you overhear him. You servants of my brother, I will find you wherever you go.
Oh my fucking god!
Gifton?
We found Lucifer.
That brother is not in the generalized sense.
Does
but
he
the
look
emphasis-
vaguely Mirror's Angel-y?
He does look like he's in Mirror's Angel garb. In fact,
Okay,
there
cool.
is a hanging mask. It's sort of like around his neck, as if it's actually a ornamental symbol, and it is just straight silvered mask, no features or anything on it. Almost like a faceplate. Okay,
Okay, cool. I'll be reacting to this when we get back.
back up we go.
Bow
there we go.
drawn. And she's going to spit back at that guy.
Tilde, you are still alive. Very, very. You can feel how injured you are. It hurts a lot more than you've felt anything hurt before, but you are conscious. You are alive. Anything you'd like to do?
Am I still impaled on this guy's spear and just like hanging near him because of this?
You could have gotten your footing. You were basically driven back by this.
Okay.
Yeah. But it is in you.
I was imagining slightly different. Okay.
Yeah, I thought he actually swooped in, basically scooped him up with the spear and flew off.
Yeah, I thought he was like shish
think of it more like a knight's lance that's just happened.
Just propelled you out of the circle with the impact.
Yeah, he just went in a straight line.
The angel's also outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Tilde's actually going to rush at the guy, drawing the rapier and attacking.
Are you going to do that old badass thing where you keep holding the weapon held in you? Yeah, good. Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll, Tilde. You have advantage.
Thank you.
Let's say you should get advantage because he's attacking. He's holding onto the thing he's attached to.
All right.
Okay.
Oops. Good. That's on. That should. I have advantage, so that should be on too.
Okay. Very nice. Right, you drive your rapier forward. Or do you want to swing or do you want to thrust? What's your...
That'll be thrust.
Yeah.
That was, pierce.
You thrust your rapier forward and you see this angel try to move aside. However, the fact that his weapon isn't budging much and he's still trying to hold on to it, he moves a little sluggishly and your rapier draws a line across his cheek. It feels like it almost glances off of him, but there is a clear cut and a trickle of blood laced with this faint glow.
Tilde!
And Tilde, you can hear the muffled sound of your companions trying to call for you because, unfortunately, Hayer's dome closes.
I have to get Tilde.
We have to go. I'm sorry. And
Where's the radio out of character? The big
Cassie has it because she went and got it after I gave it up.
Yeah.
I have what?
The radio.
Radio.
Yes.
Part of me was hoping Tilde had it.
I'm not a strength person. I don't.
Yeah. And Tilde, you see this angel release its grip on with one hand on the haft of its weapon and just sort of reach up and touch its cheek. First person to do that in millennia.
Do we actually see that through
Nope.
the dome?
Unfortunately, you guys do not see this.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trapped inside.
One-way dome.
Why don't you have time to dimension door? Got a character.
I would like to take another swing.
Go for it. Commit.
Okay.
You still got advantage. I'm being nice.
Okay. Sneak attack is not limited. All right, so that'll go.
Being nice, I say in air quotes.
This time, I'm assuming it's going to be a slash, just as I assume the arm's kind of extended in a certain way. So.
Okay. And you basically, where would you like to strike, Tilde?
Going to try.
Sneak and Nicomadoyum.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm gonna try and go right across his face again.
Okay. And you whip this rapier back around, and you see it try to bring one of its wings forward. Only you're too fast. And you slash across his other cheek. Again, it does not seem to penetrate far. It feels like this being is actually made of quite hardy stuff, but you leave another mirrored mark before it scowls at you. And in almost petulant fury, it's clearly upset. In almost petulant fury, it twists the haft of the weapon inside of you, and you feel a surge of defiant energy within you. And it is the last thing you feel.
So in the bubble, Corvus would have been unceasing the rapier.
Mhm.
And Gifton said she has to go get tail days, so he's about to cut through. Because to his knowledge, he thinks that this portal system works beyond normal restrictions.
Mhm.
So he's imagining he can get through with a little domey thingy.
Okay. Before I do this,
Corvus.
has anyone tried to stop him? There you go, Gift.
of course, don't.
Carrick's gonna actually move up. I don't think any of us should be leaving this right now. Not with what that angel just said.
You'll be swarmed if you go out there, Corvus.
What did-
Then I'll take every single one of them down into the pits that they would fall into regardless.
What did the
I
angel say?
heard something about his brothers. I think he's.
That's a Maris angel.
Yeah, I think it's Raz's brother. I think if any of us steps out there, he's going to be personally trying to kill us.
And you can all hear wet thumps of, sounds like flesh being struck. And you can see this dome around you quivering, and there's a clear look of pain on Hare's face as the interior starts to glow, not with defined light, but something almost sickly purple. Right.
I am gonna go over and cast Cure Wounds on her because I don't know any better.
Yeah. And
I still want to see what will happen to an angel in that place.
Yeah. Lots of Healy.
If we ever
Found out
see
over
that
time.
one again, I vote we shove it into the hole.
Leave the portal open and have it be dragged in.
right. Time to go. I will find you. Stay safe.
You
And
as
Stay
well,
safe,
Haya.
too.
And there is no real flash. The glow in here grows brighter until everything seems to be tinged, and then there's an almost disorientating change of your view, as without any real pop or anything, you are just suddenly on a grassy hill.
Did we just Nidus swarm?
The incline causes some of you to lose your footing briefly as you weren't perfectly translocated. But you are now just on a island, it feels like. Quite large. You can see the sort of ocean around you. There are trees and light foresting scattered off to your west, and just open hilly plains to your east. To your direct north seems to be a cliff, and to your south, just more land.
I'm gonna slide out of the saddle and just sink to the ground and sob.
I just kind of fall under her ass and fall under her back and lay there.
He didn't
Cass is
deserve
actually
that.
moving for the tree line. She's going to start setting up a shelter.
He did not deserve that. Even with all he had done, he did not deserve that.
No, he didn't.
Just means we do better by the old him, the next him. I don't know to think of this.
Characters having to deal with time travel in an era where it's not really a conception.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely one angel that's
Personally
Yeah.
invested in this.
yeah.
Well, congrats to him. He just made us personally invested in getting his ass beat.
He
Just
had a
figure out their name.
You say talking to a tree. The tree shudders.
he
Like,
had
oh, fuck.
he had a look up. He had quite the look about him, and from what I could gather from what he was saying, he would not forgive us for working for his brother.
Working for, not
Yes.
responsible for his
No.
No.
death.
Remember, he's even to
He was
Mirror's
his own, he was a
other
traitor.
angels. He's a traitor. Yeah.
I suppose.
To be on the
Well-
mortal side is to be a traitor right now.
Well, hopefully we'll fix that.
Okay. As you all take time to collect yourselves, eventually you get up and start moving. Cass, I imagine heading to the tree line. You'll probably prioritize shelter and such, right?
Yep, that's why Cass was heading for the tree line to at least get a couple shelters set up so we don't have people dropping due to sickness.
Hey!
I mean, that's the best reason there.
I mean, we are going to be low on material goods, I will say.
And
Also, based on our track record of everybody who's gotten sick, it's been Corvus.
Oh,
Actually, yeah, it's a good point.
I'm immune to disease, I'd like to point out.
I am immune to
Same.
disease.
He's just not immune to drugs.
And eventually into the first day on this island, you gather up resources, be it through hunting, gathering, and you try to start
Please.
setting up.
Please don't eat those mushrooms. Gifton, don't.
How do you know they're not good?
I'm not going to eat anything the
Do I
first
have
day. I
to
don't feel like.
explain the white dots on the mushrooms again?
You're not my dad.
Or is he?
Oh,
Oh, there's some really weird shit going on.
Bigger than the Michael
I don't know
twist.
about-
The Corvus twist. Right. And is there anything anybody would like to do pressingly in the coming days?
Cass is
I am
just
going.
trying to make sure that everyone is safe and secure for the time being.
I am going to pray and hope that Haya is okay. And Gifton wants to pray to other people, but she's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know? I found out about just curiosity. The other constellation, some of the other constellations. You guys see that other constellation? Because I don't remember.
Give me a
Here or not.
survival roll.
Oh, okay.
I think stargazing would come under survival.
22.
22. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
And
Is it actually there?
It's there.
Okay. So I know that much. Okay. Carrick's gonna be doing this a lot.
I'm trying to make some.
Wow,
Oh god.
first day.
Okay, the first day.
Is
It's miserable.
almost average.
Yeah.
It's almost average. Almost average. It's almost a 10.
But I'm afraid below 10 is under average.
Yeah. That's the first
It's
day.
not
First day
not the
doing
quality
good.
you guys are used to. It's probably due to the ingredients,
Or the fact that
Corvus
he
won't let us
spends
use
most of the cooking
ingredients
sobbing
we
into the
want.
pot, maybe.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, this mushroom has dots on it. Oh,
And over the coming days, you gather up supplies, try to provision. There are a few worrying moments where, not quite over the island, but in the distance, you do see wings of angels moving. And by one night, you see fires in the ocean, and you assume ships. They're hunting ships.
Oh, on. I literally
Yeah.
thought you meant in like under the water.
Yeah.
Like, how is the
Oceans are
fire
burning.
still burning?
Corvus will
Magic?
do one thing.
Mhm.
Corvus would take a stone, small, maybe headstone kind of
Mhm.
shape, set it down in the ground, pull out a platinum piece, carve something in it, and put it on the headstone.
Okay, what are you carving?
Just a military sort of tradition of saying a phrase and then a name of Talday.
What's the phrase?
May he find his rest.
Okay. Alright. As the days go by, on about the 5th day, night
I
sees...
am going to.
Mhm. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go.
After the first night, Gifton's going to. Actually, every night, Gifton's going to keep doing the one thing she's always done, praying to Raziel and her grandmother and Taya.
Okay. Very nice.
That's all I'm doing. Sorry.
Anyone else praying to anything?
Kronos says his
Yeah, I got it already. RG would actually more than night's gonna sit down with Gifton and just then go, like while she's doing, just go. Do you honestly think you're a failure at Hope?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'd be without you? I was drinking myself into a hole. You're the
got
reason
yourself
I
out of
turned it
it.
around. You pulled me out of it. You helped.
I think it was the threat of dying.
It wasn't the threat of dying. I didn't give a shit. My family was dead. I didn't care. I had nothing. You came to me like I was a person. You gave me hope that I could maybe turn it around and be better on the other side of it all.
What hope
That's
do
the
I
reason.
give you that you can look at me and you can burn your soul away in anger? That you've given up on yourself that much? I have failed you.
My soul's going away either way as long as I keep fighting.
Giving up. Giving up on. I'm giving up too. I'm bad at it, okay? Just.
This is why this means, like, this is why this world means so much to me, Gifton. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm not getting anything.
I know it means so much, but it means so much to me too. You don't think I pick one over the other. I want both. I want to value both.
Well, we're getting a chance to fix that and make it so both can go. So.
Yeah.
You made bad decisions. That's what makes us mortal, I guess.
I don't think bad decisions is a condition limited to mortal kind.
Seems not. But
I think,
we can grow and learn
anything.
from it.
if anything, that's the problem is people make mistakes and everyone gets so caught up on punishment that they don't think maybe we can just work through it. And I guess that's all I really want. Is I want to know that when I falter and I mess up, and she's gonna look over at RG, my friends will tell me I did the wrong thing and then stand by my side until we fix it. And that's all I want for any of you.
Well, hopefully we can get better about that.
That's
And I'm sorry for letting you down.
I'm sorry I let you down. I really did think you were going to be a good leader. I didn't mean to make you think that anything else.
I'm not a leader.
I'm not either. I think I didn't even last a day.
To be fair, you kind of got thrown it when the ball was already rolling down the hill.
Never been good at catch.
Yeah,
Ball's always bigger.
they tell you. When they sit down, they talk with you. You're good at it. Whether you see it or not, you're good at it. Me, I just panic, I get angry, and I hit stuff. That's all I do.
She just put so much on me. And how am I supposed to know how to be it? Whatever the fuck I am. And be like this emissary of light and hope and all of that when we never had any of it, right? I mean, I'm supposed to be this
be you.
example of whatever, and it just feels like too much. That she wanted me to save all the Warforged and help them get on their right path. And how am I supposed to know the right path when I don't know where I'm going?
You be you, Gift.
Be
And if she's
me,
asking-
be selfish, and just want to be with my friends and be happy.
If that's what you want to do, then do it. If she puts more than that on you, that's on her being unreasonable.
She's dead, so I really can't argue with her. All the people I want to argue with are dead.
I mean, given the timing, the last time you saw her, won't we be seeing her again?
Technically, we don't know. We're going back.
We don't know when we're going back.
Theoretically, if
Theoretically, yes.
even 3 days ago, probably is. So it's a safe bet, I think.
So what? If I got to see her again, you think I should just be like, "No, screw you" in her face? She's dying. Or thing. No,
I'm pretty sure she's long dead. It's just an echo of an echo at this. Like,
yeah,
not
but I
trying to be
think
rude to her or
she
anything
saw
like that.
me. She saw me.
If she sees you for who you are, she'll know how much she's putting on you and how unreasonable that is.
I mean, she kind of said that already. That she knew she was putting a lot on me. It just
Then you do what you can. That's all. And that's enough, I think.
do you?
As much as I can think most anything else.
Yeah. Are we still friends?
And hey,
I want
look,
to be still friends.
yeah,
Okay. I lost my ring. I don't know where it is. It wasn't outside when I came out.
RG
It's gone.
reach into her sash and
Actually,
up.
Cassie's the one that grabbed it.
I couldn't remember. I thought I'd say my might have not
Nope.
gone through.
No,
Cass,
it's
grabbed,
Cass.
Cass grabbed it.
Okay.
Yeah, Cass grabbed both.
I think Cass grabbed him.
Oh. I'm just gonna sit here for a while.
You want some company?
Oh, it's either that or I move to the other side of the island.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll sit there with you.
Cass, I need to build something on the other side of the island.
Yes, I need shelter elsewhere.
Okay.
We're at the middle of the island. Okay, should people move towards that any further out?
Yep.
As
We're good.
the days pass by, on the fifth day, night doesn't come. Daylight seems to continue on long past it should. And that's how it continues for another week. Just bright light, seemingly suffusing everything increasingly. Even beneath the treetops, it seems bright. Not blindingly so, just everything's lit. Yo.
Yeah. Cass is during the 5 days. She's been looking for ways underground because it was mentioned there's stuff underground on this island, and Cass wants to go explore.
Okay. Where are you searching?
In basically, she's crisscrossing the island, but not getting too terribly far away from the group, and just in case.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check, please. Unfortunately, Cass, you don't find anything. You find some pretty stones and some rare flowers, but you don't find any entrance or cave or anything like that.
Okay. Well, Cass is going to continue to explore.
Okay. Yeah,
And
this would have been a nice place to set up now that you're seeing it. There's actually a few wild birds that seem to come along here. You think you even see a rabbit at some point. And there is plenty of space to build up a farm and everything here. If you've ever gotten the opportunity.
Yeah.
And as the week goes on the, I'd say 13th day, you can see the shore of Barast from where you are, and you also see it starting to crumble. The waves displaced as Barast starts to sink into the ocean, seemingly brought down bit by bit. All of you witnessing this.
They killed everyone quick.
You
The
don't
gods.
sleep. You don't need to wait until the next morning to keep going.
And every time that somebody would raise their voice to pray for help, they were getting themselves killed.
Yeah.
That's
And-
how terrible this is.
And it's not just them. You hear the familiar voice of Heya saying, as she walks out from the tree line, there are those that still have a felt passion for the gods. And the gods demand that you submit to them. Those that really believe do so. And they will try and take others down with them.
Yeah, if someone's hiding with others, they're just praying and making themselves a beacon.
Sorry, I didn't
Are
come
you
sooner.
alright here?
Yeah, she sort of looks down. No, I'm not okay. But... oh, you're all going to fix that, right?
I'm gonna
Yes.
try. And we're gonna succeed, and then we're all gonna be a lot better after. And then we'll all go back to Winden and we'll go find something better than chocolate. Alright?
Yeah, Kay sort of says, standing up and moving up beside you. We're gonna make it right this time. Right. Oh,
Cass kind of just stands up. We have to, otherwise, I'm extinct.
you're extinct?
My kind aren't natural. She
Yes, I
looks back at Hea.
suppose you would not occur in the next...
We didn't. As far as I know, this is probably the first time we've ever been here, and that was because of the love or ire of a Fey Lord.
No, it's all first to me. I would be sad to see any kind go. Right. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Gather around. Yes.
Retroactive, because I didn't want to interrupt anybody because they're having their things. Corvus, gather anything unique through herbalism and stuff?
Nothing you're going to be able to take with you.
Okay.
Nothing that's going to matter.
Yep.
Corvus like, wait, my bag.
Gifton's gonna go gathering close.
If you'd hold hands, or at least touch.
I'm going to flap Dingus up onto one of Carrick's shoulders and motion for Carrick to do the same with Dazzle on the other shoulder, maybe.
Okay, Carrick. Your head gets thumped by wings as they settle down, like on your shoulders.
Both sides, or just
Yeah.
Both sides.
Okay. I'm like,
Left and right.
Dingus slightly more used to doing this.
Yeah.
It still probably does it anyways. Probably paying more attention to Dazzle anyways.
And Klopp actually sort of moves over to join you all, and then just seems to like shift about a bit, as if regarding Haya. And you see him just sort of like settle beside her. And she looks down and goes, "You need to go as well. There won't be anything here to remain with." And Klopp just stays still.
Klopp, she will be in the other time as well. You will see her again. And it will be her, as she has said. You will get to see her again shortly.
And Klopp seems to quiver when you say that. And you see a pained look on Hare's face for a moment.
He doesn't want her to be alone.
He just said he'd be with me in two places then.
It's his.
Okay, Klopp.
Side.
And she sort of kneels down a bit and wraps her arms around Klopp, seemingly uncaring of the weird mash she's sort of sinking her arms into. Okay. Thank you for staying with me. Oh, I wish I wouldn't remember this feeling. And she's going to reach out, and Cass, you are the one she touches.
Mm-hmm.
And all of you feel a sort of crackle of energy passing through your bodies, a nearly painful tingle, as if a heat you can just barely stand. And then you hear it, the beeping of an alarm clock, heat of the moment playing, as...
Heat of the moment.
That wasn't the one we had for our hell game.
I had been wondering which one you'd use.
Dude.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da,
As
da-da-da-da.
you awaken, seemingly on just one of your brief respites, travelling from along the road you recognise. You are in your Fardo, not too far from Wyndon.
Billy's with us with her kid.
Mm-hmm. But he's
Adam.
there with you. Adam's there. And that is the start of your retread. You see her waking up, thanks you for the food, and it's a very familiar conversation.
Oh, this is right. Okay.
Yep, so we're retracing our steps back into Wyndon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm letting it happen.
Okay.
Not fighting.
So, you all have the disconcerting feeling going through the motions, and it's also very strange to see the figure of Telday back with you, who you've all given each other glances as if trying to question whether this is really happening. Are you all aware? Except him. He does not acknowledge anything, neither does Klopp. Klopp just seems to go back through very normally. And yeah, it's deja vu is an understatement.
Yep.
It almost feels like you are autopiloting your way through this. Your body going through the motions before you've even decided what to do.
Cass does have this weird nervous tick, though. She keeps rubbing her left arm.
Yeah, you got your arm back, Cass.
Whoa.
Try to get the axe out now. See what happens.
The bone.
Ow. Okay.
That'd be interesting if the axe actually came out.
Oh.
This fleshy thing axe. That's what comes out.
Oh,
It's a gift from hey.
bone and muscle. Delightful. And as you retread through a fence, I need to open up a few little documents that people sent me.
Can we do a quick break?
And let's take a 5-minute potty break.
Yeah.
Go
Okay.
get your snacks and drinks and do the wee wees and all that jazz.
Pee-pee in the party. Name that movie.
Extinction.
No.
Armageddon.
Starred Bruce Willis.
Armageddon.
Nope. Further back.
Last Man Standing.
Nope.
Die Hard 3.
Hudson Hawk.
Hudson Hawk is in the same time range.
Moonlighting.
Die Hard 1.
Look Who's Talking.
Yes.
I prefer not to remember that one where people voiced babies who somehow talk. Or its subsequent sequel or
Look Who's
sequels.
Talking too.
I think there might have even been a third one.
Yeah. Look Who's Talking Now.
Yeah, that was it. Preferred 3 Men and a Baby.
Who doesn't?
Weekend at Bernie's.
Weekend at Bernie's is something delightful on a different level.
That is such a horrific movie when you really stop and think about it.
It's Blackheart as.
No, we're not doing the introduction to it's intermission.
I was gonna do it too.
I wonder what the copyright is on the Monty Python intermission music.
Probably
30
very
years?
expensive.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's only a few of them left right now to fight the copyright anyway.
I mean, to be honest, I'd probably
Ow.
go someplace besides that.
Ow, I'm not
so-
ready for more emotional pain. Don't you dare talk
John
like
left
that.
his home country to avoid taxes or something, so I'm sure you can
Okay.
get away
Hey,
with
hey, finger snaps, finger snaps. Let's go.
Yes.
I can't snap my fingers. It makes me very sad.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I can do it.
You can do both.
I think
stop
you
snapping.
all just have items that you're doing that with, so I don't believe any of you.
Alright.
Don't make me turn the webcam on. I will do it at some point.
Okay.
Right now.
So, there are a few moments during all of this where you all feel maybe if I do something different here, it'll be fine. And you get a sinking
Sure.
feeling in your gut,
Like, no.
as if foreboding doom follows.
I've been slapping your hand, going, "No,
Yeah.
bad."
A doctor comes out of a box somewhere.
RG, it's particularly painful for you as you walk past the building. You know that someone who would very much like to meet you, who clearly loves you, waits. And for a moment, you feel yourself almost stepping over and just going ahead with it, but you know it could throw everything off.
Mhm.
And the days continue on. Okay. Until I need to try and remember the order of things. Scrapies.
The first day, Cassie and I went to the Stone Circle.
Yep. I know.
Then we went to, yeah.
Cass, at the Stone Circle. You brace yourself for the reappearance of Michael. And there she is again, in all of her fury. And that urge to move off path, it just pisses you off.
Oh yeah.
And you can feel that slight sense of unease, that wariness. But there she is, furious, and you know why very strongly now. And you know how it turns out for her. And you know the
Cass
problem
is
she
gonna
could
do the
cause
dumb.
if she follows her own path again.
Cass is doing a dumb. Cass isn't saying anything, but she's just trotting up to the giant leg and just hugging it.
Okay, right. Okay. Also, who is scraping cutlery?
Drax is eating behind me,
Ah.
sorry.
Okay. This really seems to take her back. In fact, that giant form shifts a bit as if trying to back away. And you hear that sort of booming voice going, What are you doing?
She's your daughter and she loves you. And as crazy as that sounds, given everything that's gone on, I don't think you fell for a bad reason. I think you fell because you're a good person. That's what sucks the most. And I think she does too.
I don't know
And-
why I fell, but I don't deserve to be down here.
You don't deserve to be down here, but you can be loved down here. You could bend over backwards trying to think of what they want you to do. Think of all the things that you would do because you're so desperate to go back to them, and think of how they're going to look at you for it.
And then Cass is just going to back up and just go, no matter what you choose, at the end of the day, I will be here for you. And then Cass is just going to turn around and go, Michael, you are free.
And
Do as you will,
We will keep you in our prayers.
and in our hearts.
and Michael seems to move back, and in the moments before she flees yet again, you can see a different state. It wasn't the angry leaving, the impetulant rage. She looks confused, upset, and just overwhelmed. That's what makes her run this time.
After she leaves, I'm gonna nod to Cassie, and then get stuck on the roller coaster ride. That is, we're doing this how we have to.
Fucking dragon, Rick Beale summoning.
I'm assuming I can't summon Rick Beale for that.
Yeah.
So.
And Cass is just going to go, I really hope we didn't break something.
You broke her.
Gosh, Cass, it's a shame that it was such a bad time with your mom. Are you gonna be okay? I'm still doing the lines from last time.
It definitely feels.
And Cass is just going to grumble, and walk up and storm off.
You definitely have to think about it a lot harder now, Gifton. You actually have to force
Yeah.
yourself to recollect.
I have to force myself to recollect and do the things. That's not okay. Oh no, that makes it really bad because we go into the Fae later. Shit.
Yep. All right. Your trip into the Feywild.
Immediately after.
Who the hell wrote this down?
All of you feel a little tense as the events unfold. You watch.
Everyone's making dancing motions to Gifton.
You watch Telday protective of his people once more. The compassion he feels for them. Almost a bit sad when you meet Sailor again. Nice, but sad. Remembering the Sailor that's now gone. So I know you all love him so much.
I actually adore Sailor.
And Gifton, you find yourself in the little waltz with Oberon again. Cass, are you going to charge him again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. And you see Cass really having to sort of grit her teeth and like go, okay.
Corvus rubs his head.
Charging wildly at Oberon, perhaps quite bravely now, because now knowing what exactly is going to happen, take some guts. And Cass, it hurts just as much as the first time. But it's the other arm. No. And Gifton.
Yeah.
The moment comes where Titania appears to you.
Mm-hmm.
And she seems to regard you for a few moments with going, we're back here.
Oh no.
And
I remember.
That's... What happened?
I failed.
And the ghostly form steps forward, and you feel a very physical embrace, Gifton.
She did this the last time. She gave me wings.
Mm-hmm.
Feel distrust for this hug.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you just get extra arms this time.
Oh, sweetie.
I don't know how to be Hope.
Failure is part of hope. If failure didn't exist, we wouldn't need hope. I failed many, many times. It's working through it. That's all you need to do.
I'm going to hug her very tightly. Just kind of choke back some sobs.
And she sort of holds you tightly. But I can feel you've changed. You've experienced something, haven't you?
Yeah.
Oh. Will you carry me back there?
I will. I I will.
Good. Because you are still a beacon to me.
I think we can help the rest of the Fae.
And you see a bright, wide smile appearing on her face. You are already bringing hope. You're filling me with it.
I hope so.
And she actually does chuckle a bit at that.
This next part's gonna hurt like the dickens.
I'm sorry. No, you're strong. I know you can bear it. And she actually kisses your forehead. And then it happens again, Gifton.
God damn it!
Then it rings out of her forehead.
I'll just say this was not on my list.
And yep, you get your wings again.
Ah, fuck. Gifton's like hopes are dashed.
Wing buddies.
Sleeping on the back are gone.
Carrick, during all this, you feel that urge to go to Talia to try and start things a bit sooner, but it just feels like everything could go so off course. However, what you are able to do is compose a letter. You start writing to your mother, and it doesn't feel like anything's shifting. And then the day of the meeting arrives. You and Gifton Carrick are once again shown up to Raziel's office. The wary old angel greets you, asks you to take a seat.
As we're walking over there, totally gonna turn to Gifted. We should totally just convince him to go drinking instead.
And you start going through the conversation again. So you hear that question once more. Oh, do you have any other ideas?
Yes, I have lots of other ideas. We don't do this. We don't do the war. We're gonna find the dreamer. We're gonna figure that out. We can go and cleanse the Fae. We can get them on our side. We can manipulate the gentlemen. They could think that they're stopping us from getting these things that we're trying to destroy, and then we'll just take it from them after they've gotten it, because they're all over the place, right? And then Corvus, he could figure out how to use a stick better, and we could do that. We can do lots of things. We don't have to do the war. The war's bad. Don't do the war.
We can't do the war.
Carrick, when with Gifton's outburst, you see him actually leaning back in his chair a bit, his eyes widening slightly, as if very taken off guard by the sudden outburst.
The war cannot happen.
You say that with such certainty.
Because we are.
Carrick doesn't need to be a king, and we can just leave Noran alone. We'll go down south. We'll deal with Scrim, and it'll balance everything out, and everything can calm down a bit, and we're gonna be okay. We're gonna get hay out, and it's gonna be fine. And you and me are gonna dance, and then we're gonna sing, and it's gonna be great.
What?
I'm sorry, I've had this pent up for like however many days.
Over at Gifted, she did say to tell him.
I know she did say to tell him, but I'm just...
No, she said to tell him.
No, I know she said to tell him. I'm just trying to figure out how to tell him. Tell him.
Tell me what?
Heya sent us back.
Pardon?
After
you died.
We promise you will not use the information we're using against anybody.
Don't make him make promises. Why?
No.
Why would we make him make promises?
Because the one here doesn't know what happened.
I can give you a human promise on that.
Because after
we had this conversation. The two of us, we agreed because it was the easy option. It was the guaranteed option. We went along with it. The people dressed as Noranis showed up. They killed the king and the queen. I stood next to you. We got the prince and the princess out. And some people saw you move too quick. And we hadn't told anybody about this. It
And
caused...
So I messed up.
No, you didn't mess up. I messed up. And I tried to explain everything to Telday, and I just made it worse. And I didn't realize he was upset. And Telday never got a choice to be in on this. Telday never got treated like he was part of the group. He was just assigned and ordered about. And he did what a good soldier would do, and he went and turned you in.
and you were forced out of your host. Here.
Yes, you seem pale a little at that.
And a lot of terrible things happened that we could tell you about, but they were terrible, and it wasn't your fault, and you have really, really pretty eyes on your wings, and don't feel bad about that. But...
Eyebrow quack.
Every angel is subconscious about their eyeballs on their wings.
Well, I just had to relive the fact that he got really nervous about us calling him Eyeballs as a nickname that one day. So still fresh on Kipton's mind. But we went down with you, and all the angels came and started fighting with us on the way in to get Hea, and Michael joined us at the end. She fought with us, not against us, and she died, and you died. We got Hea out, and she wanted to know everything that happened, and she didn't want to try to do anything without you, because she said she could try, but it just would be so empty. And I agree, it is. And she said she could send us back if we could stop it. They killed Telday. When we were getting out, there was this Mirror Angel, and he had a spear, and he...
Who's your brother?
Four wing.
I think he has like a couple hundred brothers.
I have many brothers.
He had 4 wings, spear.
Yeah, he had a mask at his hip, and he said that he would punish anyone who would.
Oh.
Anyway, he killed
My brother.
He killed Telday when Hea was trying to get us out, and then Hea hid us away on the island. You know the island.
Yes, I know the island.
She hid us there because it would be one of the last places that would go down, and we watched Barath sink into the sea. And then we've been playing through this week because we have to, and this is the point that we are choosing to change. We stopped the war. There's a gentle lady at the library, and she is really gonna like Carrick. She's not gonna like Corvus very much, but she has a book that she needs translated that only probably Carrick and I could read, but she burned her eyes out trying to read it. Anyway, she has that. And what did anybody ever tell me about the Book of Seraphim? She gave it to us. I don't think anybody did, so I don't know about that.
Only one person who's there.
Yeah.
If you guys wanted to have discussed it in your isolation on the island, you really could have.
Yeah.
During that period, RG definitely would have brought out the book and shown it in that, and
okay, so yeah, well, so I'll basically say
anything happened with it.
When everything went wrong, she gave that book to RG so that we could take it out of the city. She is going to meet us. We haven't met her yet. She's going to meet us, and she wants to know about brownies, and she wants to talk about the war in heaven, and she wants to learn things and talk about weird, obtuse stuff like the weird fairy fables and lores of brownies. And she's nice-ish.
She doesn't seem to be
for
like
a creepy
the
person.
others. She seems more on
We
research
could-
than.
Figure things out, because that book is supposed to have really important stuff in it, and we could do something with that. And Corvus wants to get his eyeballs replaced with the creepy eyeballs. We get that done, and then suddenly we can travel a lot farther. And the things in the empty talk to Carrick.
Raziel sumps in his chair a bit, and you see him just sort of staring off at a wall as he's trying to process everything you've just told him.
I'm gonna get the plunger. Help get it in.
Okay.
So, please stop the people.
I'm so
And you-
sorry I put you through this.
You didn't put us through this. This is our failure. We're trying to make good on you. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk over and I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and go, and I'm proud that you didn't put a leash on her. Okay? Because
You
she
know
is,
about that.
well, I don't know much about it, but apparently you told Argy.
Why did I tell Argy?
You
I have no
Well-
idea why.
will. It's.
Well, you would.
Pass, yeah.
Eventually, you would have
They might
told
not at this
Argy.
point.
I think
You probably.
I think the divergence is already going to be quite severe here.
But you would have told RG. And I'm proud that you didn't, because if it. She's a good girl and she doesn't need to have her trust betrayed. And it would have probably hurt her coming from you. And I'm glad that you didn't do it. For whatever reason, you didn't do it. And I know that's probably sounds really stupid and selfish because I got to live. But you know what? Sometimes selfish decisions need to happen. You know? Just because something sounds selfish doesn't mean it's wrong.
Maybe you really are the influence I need.
I think I think now what we need to focus on is the dreamer and what to do about that force.
That's going to take a lot of thinking about, but I suppose the immediate thing is I'll make sure this doesn't happen.
Yes, please.
Make sure it doesn't happen. The Telde that's with us now doesn't remember any of this, but the rest of them do.
Telde. Maybe you were right. Maybe him being in all this without any choice or say in the matter was not fair. I mean, we see now that his kind, they are the people.
I mean, we all stood in
People-
this room with you twice now and agreed to go along with it, but he got ordered in the corner and we never followed up with him on it.
In that case,
And that's on me as much as anybody else because I didn't stand up for him and I should have.
I will see that he has options, things he can choose to do. Perhaps maybe something with his own people. His choices.
We were going to go south and set up an outpost near where Tarnstead was, and we were going to try and take all the Warforged with us to get them out of sight so that the military would calm down. That's what we came up with as a plan the last time we were in here, and we never got to see through. we were gonna move them away just so they could go be people somewhere and just have a chance and to calm Telde down.
Still a nice idea.
It is.
Right.
And I'm just gonna give him a big hug.
And he pulls you in for a hug as
I'm
well.
gonna choke a sob. I'm just so glad you're okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I not like I remember anything, so I'm just sorry that you all had to go through this distress. And I'm sorry.
Don't you ever doubt how important you are to us, all right?
As long as you remember that as well. You are very important.
Oh,
And I don't mean just for unlocking her cage or anything like that. You're important.
I Everybody needs friends, right?
Yes.
And I'm gonna suddenly wrap my arm around his neck a bit and give him like the knuckle noogie and go. And I gotta pick on my brother.
I'm trying to remember. Were you human during this? Or
Yeah, I was human during this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
He does not try to pull away anything, and Carrot, you can just see him sort of grimacing a bit.
You may want to. I hope you have a comb.
Not in my office, but I'm sure I can have one sent for. Thank you, Gifton.
You
You're
may want
welcome.
to keep one at all times with you now. I have a feeling this.
You
is
were the
gonna be
one
the
last
first
time that was trying to convince me to punch him because he didn't tell me about the wings.
I thought I was convinced you to punch someone else.
No, you tried to get me to punch Raziel because he didn't tell me that he knew that the wings were going to happen.
Not like
Okay,
punch knocked out.
I'm
but
afraid-
punch in the shoulder.
I'm afraid I will need to cut this short. I need to.
Okay.
You have a lot of things to fix and change and do, but we will see you at the party.
The party, yes. Oh my goodness.
You didn't need to tell him that one. He didn't know about that one until he got there.
I am being a good
Why
friend
are you
and
going
trying
to the party?
because right now Cassiopeia is up talking to Stenhouse because he called for her and he's inviting all of us to the party right now. By the way, why do you think we knew about everything that happened at the party? We were there. We got stuck going there before anything else got happening.
She did tell you she was standing next to you with the prince and princess.
Yes, but you have told me a lot of things. It's a lot to.
Yes. I mean, the
it
one
is
thing
a lot,
with all
and
this is we are missing.
also, I will warn you, Argie's
so
going to chase you
what-
down and force you to dance, and you didn't look happy about it.
Good. Thank you for the forewarning. Right.
It did
What
lead
else?
to you and me dancing, but you know.
Good.
No, it's fine.
He looks at you when you say that, and you got me to dance.
It was nice.
And he just seems to nod a little bit.
It's right there.
Right, I must go see Denoran. I can't break a bargain directly without both sides agreeing to it. I can't.
I would not explain to him everything that we told
No.
him, 'cause he probably shouldn't know.
He
Although-
won't. He won't ask. He's a good man.
We saw that also.
Yeah,
Oh.
Denoran was a very good man.
He was your new vessel.
Oh.
Sorry, can I get that one?
He sighs a little bit before he goes over to a cabinet that looks fairly untouched, and he pulls out what looks to be a rather expensive sealed bottle. Right.
Does it look familiar? Does it look like the one that I was given?
Nope.
Okay. Because I was wondering if it's the same stuff.
It's probably for Denoran.
And right. Looks like I owe him something then. Okay. I need to go make some excuses to get out of here. Right.
Do you want us to make a scene?
No, I'd like you to lay low all the same.
No, that's what you said last time.
Listen, apparently it did not sink in.
I mean, we did stay low.
We were the good ones.
Unfortunately, we didn't tell them, everybody else to stay low. That's what we forgot.
Well, I mean, at that point, Cassie had already gotten us invited to the party, and we were kind of stuck. It's not like you can just uninvite yourself to the party.
We can forget what time it is. You know that he can't, so.
All right. Well, we'll get going, but we should talk sometime soon. And
Well, I suppose I'll see you at the party, won't I?
I guess. I mean, unless you'd rather we stay far, far away.
No, I think after everything you've been through, I think you deserve a dance.
Oh, that sounded more like a threat.
Well, you should have seen last time. I am not very good.
No, I did see last time, and we had a really nice time.
Watch your
I
feet,
was actually
Gifton.
not that great.
Watch your feet. And he's going to sort of pat you on the shoulder, or he goes up and opens his own door and sort of gestures for you both.
It'll go out.
And Gifton,
Yep.
No matter what reason it was for. Thank you for giving me a different way to do this.
I wish I did it last time. I was too scared.
Just always say what you think is right, especially with me.
I thought I was being selfish. And I think I need to do that a little bit more. So do you.
Yes, quite.
and I'm going to suddenly lunge forward, give him another big hug.
And he will hug you back. Okay.
No, I didn't get to touch your wings this time. Awkward. Walk away.
You what? As you walk off. Okay. And you show yourselves out of the facility a little earlier than last time.
Yep.
And congratulations, you're all now off course.
We should totally get.
All right, we need to go recreate the events of Corvus going to the library.
Yeah.
With Telde.
Wings. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
All right, we need to go recreate the events of RG, not RG. RG was there with me, and then we're gonna watch Telde, Carrick, and Corvus go on their magical mystery tour again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can we skip traumatizing the football?
Yeah,
do you want to leave the football behind?
Yes, let's leave the football behind. We'll not do that. But let's skip right to Corvus, RG, and Telde, or not
Okay.
RG, or
You don't-
Corvus,
Why
Carrick,
are
and
you
Telde.
playing me?
I want you to go so bad.
Why?
I don't know, but you know what? You know what I'm going to do, because you and I didn't have to do anything important during this. I'm going to grab you by the shoulders and go, RG, while we're redoing this, go meet your freaking grandpa.
I heard that as beat.
Nah,
Go meet your grandpa. You might as well.
If we're already
RG?
off course.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. I mean,
bad.
you all felt a weird kind of lurch in your stomachs at one point, strangely coinciding.
Yeah, about the time that we just started to just unload everything.
And since then, the repeater steps have been a lot trickier to do. You have, in fact, stumbled a few times. Things have definitely gone off course, and there isn't much resistance on this.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. I'll sit here and we'll do what we did last time. All right. All right.
Why don't you come with? You said you wanted to meet my friends.
Bring him to the tavern and he can meet us all.
I have an out of character question.
RG, you feel a sense of foreboding doom at that suggestion. Nothing to do with the timeline.
How about you?
That Corvus mentioned it.
For one day.
How about for today? For today, just you and them, because I'll go next time. Okay.
Okay.
Just today, just you. I'm gonna sit here and I want to moon over my husband for a little bit, because that was part of the history I want to repeat.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, acquiesces.
The GM.
Mhm.
The two of us with keen mind. Do we have an easier time recreating the steps?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And
And the best part is Telde's predispositioned.
And you go about recreating the steps, and you step on in, and Carrick, that same voice. Welcome back.
It remembers.
Well, I mean, it wasn't
The
you.
experience is different.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You already know who I am.
I know you have been here, and we have talked.
I don't know how this one works with the force of nature, but we'll try it. Wow, I really like the 26.
Yeah. You think it maybe is curious, but you're not sure.
Does it seem threatening? Is what I was actually. Like,
I mean,
like, it
in the
wants to
sense
know
that this entire situation feels a bit off, yeah, but like it's not trying to be. You think?
It's not trying to be threatening, it just kind of actively is.
You answer first.
I am here. I am what holds you down. I am what lights your sky. I am what you breathe. I am what you say.
Does that mean if everybody out of character? Does that mean if everybody stops breathing, he dies?
Carrick.
Tell him your name.
I am Carrick Marsk.
What is a Carrick mask?
It is the name. It is what we mortals use to identify one from another.
And what defines you?
My existence.
Why
choices.
do you hide?
What do you mean? Why do I hide?
You hide. You all hide. I tried to look, but you are hidden.
Ah, that's why he's talking. Okay, now I know what to never have off when I'm in here.
You are the first that has been as I am. My flow of existence. You do not come back. But you have.
I'm gonna roll another one of these.
All right, you're emissary to a greater force right now. Put on your best face.
I'm just gonna make sure that it didn't sound like you're about to murder me.
It's definitely intense, but whether that's murder or excitement, oh, you don't know.
What is, to Corvus, what is happening around?
Carrick is talking.
In a language you don't understand.
Right.
Is there an issue, Corvus?
He is off script right now,
Yeah.
basically.
We are dattling Carrick.
Well, you're saying come and keep going, and when you're ready to go out. I can't.
We are standing at the exit.
We exit.
Corvus, when you say that, you can see that line leading to where you want to go.
Fuck.
And suddenly it is smothered in the same darkness that makes up the rest of this.
Oh no.
You have returned to now, and I will not see it end so soon.
If we do not continue, then it will end. And other problems will arise.
What is problem?
How the hell do you describe a problem?
What is the end?
The end is when something comes to a stop for some reason or another. It can be many things. In the case of this, it will be many things for us, many things we hope to continue. That is what mortals do. We do not live long, and we follow our paths and our hearts.
Why do you hide this from me?
I do not know. I do not know how we hide it from you. I do not understand how you would be able to perceive any of this exactly. It's your perceptions are different than ours, and I do not understand the differences.
Turn.
Corvus was debating doing that at this, so
Why?
I don't know. It's just in my when.
No.
I know
I'm asking it.
Oh,
why.
you're asking it. Okay.
Turn so that we may both see.
Turn around, bright.
I've been out of character and a couple in-character comments about doing this. Just gonna say in common, we're changing it up. Well, let's try this.
What?
And I'm gonna turn around.
Cack.
Bright eyes. Okay. Carrick turns. Corvus, do you turn?
Corvus would follow suit to try to get him to stop.
Okay, Telde, do you turn?
Going to
Turn
ask
right.
that.
Sorry.
Why are we turning around?
There is no answer if you did not turn.
I did not turn.
Okay. Yeah,
Immediately.
yeah, there's no answer, Telde.
Are they gone?
You want to turn around and look? Nah, they were ahead of you.
Are they gone?
No, you can see them, but they both seem to be just staring vacantly. And there is a inky darkness seeping up around their feet and traveling up their legs.
I'm going to shake. Gonna have to go with Corvus on this one, just because he's the guy who got us.
This is the important one to wake up.
If anybody can get us out, it's probably the guy who got us in. Yeah.
Corvus,
Yes.
you are shaken back to being there. You see Telde shaking you, and you're just staring off into the void again.
Damn
And
it.
Telde, that seeping up around his legs, recedes.
It appeared that you were frozen and some
Enough.
darkness
And he
was
grabs
your
Carrick.
legs.
Carrick, you are standing in void again, only your companions do not seem to be here. You hear a distant thrumming. You feel, strangely enough, in this place, what feels like a sort of slight breeze pushing on you, almost rocking you back and forth.
Before.
And as you sort of glance around, you see yourself looking down at your hands. Its hands.
Oh no. Oh, this is that. Okay.
And then it looks up at you. And it's not
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yet again.
The eyes are too large and seem to be spreading black from the pupils. And its mouth is far too wide. So this is what you are.
It is what I am.
And how do you continue?
Life, air, food.
No, those are things. How do you continue? You returned to my continuity. How do you do yours?
Now I'm trying to figure out how to actually. Thanks, Allie. We just do.
Donuts.
Donuts.
Then I wish to do.
Oh God, Allie, you're doing it too well.
What do you mean you wish to do?
I have my continuity. I wish to do. I wish to feel yours.
Why?
Because it is hidden from me. And What is the point? I cannot experience.
Do you know why it is hidden?
You hide it from me.
Individuality doesn't exist for it. Do others hide it from you?
My others are not here.
Are there are others like you?
Yes.
How do you differentiate each other?
By existence, our mark on being.
How many are there?
I do not know of the others' propagation, but mine, there were 5. You are like the one that I get glimpses of. You are it.
Do they hide from you?
Often, but I feel it again and again. You are it, and it seems to peer at you as it's trying to comprehend. Other?
I believe you were speaking that I come from it.
Yes, like a fortification.
Did that cut out for anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
good
a
pickup.
fort, a figment.
I understand this now. Do you know how many like yourself there are? Not the ones that have
Me?
propagated from them.
I am me. None is like me.
Why do you seek them?
I want to know. If
No,
I am to experience, I must see. I made this for a reason, and I wish to know.
you wish to understand things that you do not know yet.
If I am not doing, I am not being, then it is not me.
You seek a place.
Place where one is.
Where one is, or a role in
A role. What is a role?
Can't use the word place. A position one occupies, or a job one does, an existence of one.
Existence. Yes, I want an existence. I want an existence in your... Do?
Have you ever spoken to your prodigy of this?
No. One listens but hides. Does not speak back, but it hears me clearer now as you do.
Is it the one that I come from?
Yes, you are it. It Figment, you are the same, but not. As if, and it holds up one of its hands, as if this is it, and you are this, and it holds up its other hand, clenching it far tighter. Smaller, but connected.
I believe that the thought is that I am descended of other beings that they have created.
A line drawn, a continuity.
Which means I have a continuity to you.
I understand your due is a line.
They call it is what we call descendancy. When one descends from another.
Then I wish to experience this.
That is your wish. That is what you have wished all these countless passage of time.
Passage. This moment is long.
We live such short lives that it does not seem to be a moment to us.
Then you understand.
I understand what you are wishing, yes.
Then you will leave now, and when you return to the moment, you will help me.
I will try to assist you. It may, for me, it may take time. I am guessing you do not understand that, as you live always in the moment. But for us,
The line.
It travels in a line going through, yes.
Then
But I will assist in seeing what we can do.
good, because I tire of the moment, and I wish to wake or experience.
I understand.
When you return, I will be on the line for you.
It may take multiple returns through. I will let you know what I can let you know.
Then I will go look for you in those moments. Continue with your do.
Thank you.
And it seems to slowly sink down into this murky blackness. And you feel Corvus's arms shaking you far more hurriedly now.
Yes.
Corvus,
yeah.
it took like 5 seconds to get him to rouse, which is a little weird.
Corvus at this point is once he realizes Carrick has come into consciousness, grabbing Telday, slicing it, and just tossing Carrick through.
Where are you slicing?
Oh fuck!
Please.
The exit.
Tarnstead.
Are you looking around for the exit?
Library.
You're looking for it?
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. That murky blackness that was concealing it seems to be gone.
And he's just going to go through it and tossing Carrick.
Ow.
Okay, and as you land in the library, about to repeat things, maybe wanting to have a little talk about what just happened, that is actually where we're going to end this week.
Corvus is just glaring at Carrick.
And we'll return on Saturday.
I'm now a diplomat.
Yay!